So it has been a full week since Chapter 4 has been released, and it's still great. It's still a great chapter. If anything, this is probably way better than, any other chapter or last chapter, which I will make a video on later this week. But yeah, you know, honestly, this chapter is so great. A lot of great stuff that's, introduced in this chapter, like Unreal Engine, the Shockwave Hammer, motorbikes, physics, like a lot of stuff. So I'm gonna be, getting into that. And, before I do, subscribe and comment, do you like chapter 4? And, let's begin. I'm gonna talk about perks. Perks in this game are so great. We basically even got like our first look like 2 years ago. If you played in Chapter 2, Season 2, when, I don't have any, gameplay of it, but, there was like this game mode where, like, or, I don't know, whatever, but like, you had perks where, like, you can, like, swim faster, or you can reload faster, or you can, like, obtain a mythic, or a lot of good stuff. And they handled perks in this chapter so greatly. So again, I feel like that's something that no one even really talked about being in Fortnite is perks. And so it's pretty surprising to get in this chapter. Like, they're so great. Like, I think there's like one perk where, well, actually not yet, but there's gonna be a perk where you can like glide. So you can just glide around the whole map. There's one perk where you can have balloons. There's even an AR perk where, if you shoot your bullets, it probably will not consume the ammo. So it's just great. And yeah, perks in this game are just, they're perfect. Next is the Shockwave Hammer. The Shockwave Hammer reminds me of the Spider-Man Mythic, but it's better. Like, not only you can travel, you can also damage people with it. And I don't know, I feel like the Shockwave Hammer is the Spider-Man Mythic this chapter. It's so great, honestly. Like, I don't know, like, I feel like it's one of those guns. They did nerf it a couple days ago, or like 2 days ago, I don't know, but you know it's so great still. And I feel like this is a weapon that a lot of people like. If anything, everyone likes, because it's not too broken, and it's not too you know it's not too broken, and it's not too weak. I'm gonna talk about the motorbikes next. And I'm not gonna talk about them too much. They're pretty good vehicle. I will say the controls are a bit weird to use. But I eventually will get used to it, and I feel like nothing. But you know, I don't know. It's not a bad vehicle, but I hopefully they can add like attachments to them where like you can boost it, like you can boost with the motorbikes. Hopefully they do that, because that would be such a great addition to the game. The score is finally back. That's great. I see a lot of people complaining that, why is the scar green or gray? Yeah, that feels pretty weird, but we got what you wanted, all right? We got the scar back, all right? Be happy. But yeah, the scar is pretty great. And, especially with that new reticle, which I will be talking about later in the video. And yeah, next is that red dot assault rifle. It's so terrible. I hope they buff that. That's like the gun I want them to buff, cause it's really terrible. Like, if it shoots really slow. Like, I don't like guns when they shoot extremely slow, because I feel like Fortnite, it's like a fast-paced game. It's like you got to do everything quick or you're dead. So like, I don't want to waste about a good like 30 seconds trying to kill an enemy with a slow fire rate. And I hope they buff it, hopefully. The two shotguns in the game, the Thunder shotgun, the Maven shotgun, they sucked at first, but they're better now. Next is the Unreal Engine 5 graphics. They look so beautiful and great. It really changes Fortnite. Like, it reminds me of Chapter 1 graphics if you played that, like the graphics in that game or around that time, they were so good. Like I feel like that's what a lot of people are saying. Like they want the chapter 1 graphics because they looked better than chapter 2's and chapter 3's. Like I don't know, I feel like to chapter 1's we had like I don't know, there was like more to it. And this is just like it's like they got the chapter 1 graphics and just made it way better, way better. And yeah, honestly, it's just it's honestly great. And lastly is the chapter 4 map. It's pretty good, honestly. It's kind of big and small at the same time. So yeah, it's pretty good map overall. And yeah, it's been a week since chapter 4 has been released, and it's still great. And I can't wait what type of content they're gonna put out for this chapter.